This story is not for the weak-hearted. Good luck and spoiler alert. The story starts with an old man chopping rodent's head and meat. The chopped head fell on the floor, and as the old man bends down to pick it up, he gets a heart attack. We then see a man driving while listening to the radio. His name is Nick. He nods in agreement with a racist radio host's right-wing rhetoric, who claims that they fought for this country's freedom and immigrants are reaping the fruits off it. Nick visits a storage house to repossess storage units and sell its contents to make a profit. This is Eddie, the organizer of the event. He introduced the Lot 36, saying this was owned by a man for more than 4 decades and that he died a few days ago. The bidding for the locker starts, and Nick purchased it for $400. Later, Nick is talking with Tommy, his creditor, who lent him money and demands it tonight. Nick gave Eddie his cut of profit from the last locker and filled in the form for Lot 36 that he just bought. Eddie shows a camera footage of previous owner visiting his lot and told Nick that he used to do these jumps every time he visited, but Nick has no interest. A lady walks in. Her name is Amelia. She had rented a locker but was due on her payments. When she did not respond to the eviction letters from Storage House, her unit was sold. However, she told Eddie that her address was changed, and she did call him to inform. Eddie realized his mistake and told her to talk with Nick, who had purchased her locker a few days ago. She met Nick and told her that they sold her unit by mistake and that the locker had her children's picture and letters from her parents. Nick demanded a $1,000, but she makes that much money in a month cleaning. Nick gave her the lock from her lot and told her that's the best he can do. When Nick opens the storage unit Lot 36, he discovers an antique candelabra, along with a circular wooden table. Eddie refers him to Agatha, who is an antique dealer. As Nick is preparing to depart, his creditor Tommy came and hit him with a hammer and demanded $12,000 by morning. Nick brings Agatha the notable contents of Lot 36. She does not put much of a value to the candelabra. Although Agatha wants to buy the other things, she shows real interest in the seance table. She accidentally presses a button, and a secret chamber in the table opens, revealing 3 books: Liber Primus Daemonia, Liber Secundus Symvolia, and Liber Tertius Perlipsi. She called Ronald, who is an expert on these things. When Ronald came, he asked if there was a 4th book, to which Nick told him that's all he got. Ronald offered $10,000 for 3 books and told him that the 4th book is the rarest, full of symbols and spells. It could be used to bind a demon and make it earthbound, Liber Quarta Sacramentum, and combined, the collection could give him $300,000. The 4th volume is the rarest because it burns down when the transaction is complete, but can be found if the demon was betrayed and is unable to collect its debt. Nick and Ronald then rushed back to warehouse. On their way back, Ronald told him that he knew the previous owner. They had a family business of making weapons for Nazi. The owner had been known to have connections in occult circles and that he invoked an entity, offered it a vessel to occupy her sister, Dottie. They tried finding her but could not. The duo then reached the storage unit and Ronald showed the candelabra and told him that if they found the book, the light from it will yield protection from the demon. Nick is frustrated listening to all of this and calls BS. Inside the unit, they found a hidden passage. When opened, it had a strong smell. Ronald told Nick that it's the smell of demons marking. It is in there and has marked his territories. When they reached to the end, they found Dottie's corpse with its face eaten, and there is something moving inside. Ronald told Nick not to cross the line, but he is greedy and broke the circle that had the demon entrapped. Once the circle was broken, the transaction was completed and it awoke, burning the book instantly. Somehow, Ronald was happy to see a demon, and it consumed him within seconds. Nick ran for his life. The demon had sensed the evil within him, and it came across him in the lobby. Nick ran and reached the end where the gate was locked from outside. He saw Amelia and asked to open the door. Instead, she hooked the lock Nick gave him on the latch and left. Nick looked for another way but faced the demon, which devoured his soul. The end.
It is easier to subscribe to a channel that already has millions of followers. Please subscribe to this channel and relax, and we will keep bringing entertaining videos. If you enjoyed this video, then do leave a like. Also, let us know in the comments on what do you think happens to a soul when it is devoured. by a demon. Take care.